starts from the smallest organism to the largest creature, including our plants around us. These plants are a main part of our biological world.
Let's take a look at some products produced by chemical industries. Petroleum products. Paraffin wax is used for packaging of frozen food. Tar is used for making roads. Asphalt is blended with granite to make asphalt concrete. And coke used to make electrodes, carbon products, and solid fuels.
Fertilizers. Fertilizers are applied to the plants for them to have a nutritious essential growth.
Polymers. Polymers are plastics we use daily.
Now, it's CFC, chlorofluorocarbons. As the name says, it has chlorine, fluorine and carbon, which is released from anything that releases heat.
Let's take a look at the advantages of these products. Petroleum products. Since it's crude oil, it's less expensive than compared to coal extraction, and it's liquid, so it's easier for transportation. Fertilizers get the required minerals, and it also helps the growth of the economy. Polymers can form any shape, they're eco-friendly, they don't corrode, and they're less expensive than automated materials. CFCs give us comfort.
Now, as all these products have these advantages, they should also have some disadvantages. Now, I'm going to explain about the disadvantages. Petroleum products, environmental pollution. This is because of all this combustion which we are doing all these days, which causes pollution to our atmosphere. Then there is fertilizers. Fertilizers lead to health problems and disturbance in the pH value. These fertilizers when they spray, they get leached through the soil and then they get eutrophied. Or to say eutrophication happens to the water bodies. And then when you are spraying fertilizers, even wind carries these harmful chemicals and spreads it all around. When these are spread, they cause harmful diseases like cancer, skin problems, even they cause inside body problems. And then we have polymers. Polymers are daily use. Anything that can be shaped, not corroded, as she said. But they have the most worst disadvantages. When they combust, they release very, very harmful gases, which cause problems to our atmosphere and health problems like asthma too. And then CFCs. CFCs are the main cause for today's problems. They cause depletion in the ozone layer. When the ozone layer is depleted, harmful radiation from the sun enters the Earth's atmosphere and then affects us, which causes skin cancer, eye problems and other problems too.
Now, let's talk about petroleum products and rubber industries. So over here you can see a fractional distillation. They are purifying the petroleum, and this has been done by their different boiling points. So the end products are gasoline, motor oil, hydraulic fuels, diesel and jet fuels. These are basically petrochemicals. These petrochemicals can cause changes in metabolism, they can reduce speeding, and they can also have pore shell formation. They can poison fishes, they can damage our skin, lungs, kidney, liver, and eventually lead to death. And wastewater discharged by rubber industries contain a lot of ammonia and nitrogen, which can lead to marine death. Let's take an example of mercury. Mercury is released into the atmosphere and is condensed and reaches the land through precipitation. And this follows to streams and rivers, which causes marine life death. And these toxins can also affect people in many ways. It can lead to paralysis, numbness, diarrhea, vomiting, etc.
Now let me elaborate on this topic. Now as you see there there is a factory which is releasing chemicals into the atmosphere. It is releasing it's discharging water into the ocean bodies. And even many factories bury unwanted stuff into the ground. Now, these chemicals which are released into the atmosphere cause pollution. Then the buried chemicals and unwanted materials which are in the soil cause problems into our trees and even our underground animals. Then we have our water pollution. In this water pollution, the chemicals are discharged, where the discharged chemicals are absorbed by the phytoplankton, then the phytoplankton are eaten by the zooplankton. These zooplankton are then consumed by the secondary consumers. Here the secondary consumers are poisoned, so when they are eaten by the higher level consumers, they get highly poisoned. So when these birds, mammals eat them, they die getting a lot of problems. Now, even humans eat them. When we eat them, we are taking all the chemicals which we left into the atmosphere into our own body. Now, as we have our own problems, we also have our own solutions.
So here are some solutions we can do. The government should appoint a cleaning plan. The water should be treated before letting out into streams and rivers. And there's an interesting way of conserving this. It's called geosequestration. Over here, they capture the CO2 and then store it underground for a temporary period of time. And we can also use alternative sources like hydroelectric power, wave energy, solar energy, etc. As we discussed earlier, rubber industries also let out nitrogen in the rivers and everything. So over here they have found a solution, a land treatment system, and they can utilize the nitrogen which is let out into streams and rivers.
Now, we all have to follow this rule. Reduce, reuse and recycle. This will help us in later problems and we can even stop problems from today. Thank you.